I had to make another video because about the Myron situation with Fresh and King. Him saying, I don't know why a lot of other races of men get on TV and talk about not dating black women as if we were ever, not every black woman is looking to date outside their race. You know what I mean? So when y'all say, when outsiders, foreigners, say that they are not looking or not dating black women, it does not hurt us. I do not care if you do not. It does not hurt us when you say that. Most of us are not looking for you anyway. So when Myron said that, he said he date black women, I doubt it. I don't see naturally a black woman finding this man attractive. I mean it. You have to understand the demographic of women, the kind of black women you see today are black women who have been disenfranchised from our men, right? Who are now desperately trying to prove that they can be loved and that they're loving, because we have been deemed as somebody who cannot be loved or give love. And it's not true. And all of these ideas that are stationed against us is the problem. Myron has never dated a black woman. I don't believe it. He would have to show proof. I do not believe he's ever dated a black woman because what he says is never backed by any proof, meaning he never gives an example, right? So when you say that black women culturally are taught to not like male authority, what proof do you have other than TV? Substantiate your claim. Because I've been a black woman my whole life, and all black women have ever done in my family to every family around me was try to find masculine authority to be in our family. I love masculine authority. You know who my male idol is? My male idol, literally, who I wish was my father, who is very authoritative, is Pastor Gino Jennings. I love male authority. Okay, I don't know where you get off thinking that you know every black woman. You do not. We do not have an issue with male authority. The issue we have is that we don't have the lack of male authority that we have. We are not here to usurp the authority of men. And in what way does my independence, providing for myself, because I did not grow up having a silver spoon where I was catered to from infancy all the way into my adulthood. So there's a form of independence that I will have as being just an adult. So me working is not usurping the authority of a man, right? Who else will take care of me if I wasn't married straight out of high school or college? I have to take care of myself. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And, you know, I wasn't one of those women who from school a man was paying her way through life and marrying me. I didn't get married straight out of high school, right? So therefore, I am going to have a form of independence that is needed for any adult, right? My assertiveness, I am assertive because number one, I can be a manager of a corporation, managing jobs. I can be a leader. I can be in leadership roles and have been in leadership roles where I needed to be assertive. Also, being a mother, when I'm looking to be a mother, there's a form of assertiveness that I'm going to need in order to raise children. Also, the assertiveness that I will have is also needed for defending myself up against men who are effeminate, who would fight me, right? So you have to understand that when you're talking about my independence and you're talking about masculinity, why is this pushed on me? In what way am I masculine? Do I have an inability to not be soft as other women? Yes, I can even admit that. Not me necessarily, but I will say that I have the ability to not be as soft, especially when I get frustrated or angry. But that's anybody. When you look at a mother bear and a female bear and a male bear, and you step into that bear's den and she rips your head off because she's trying to protect her cub, is she now stepping out of her femininity? Think about what you're saying. If I am to protect myself from a male or from anybody, I am not going to be feminine, right? Because it's not that I'm not feminine. It's that my character must change to defend myself. And that is for protection reasoning. If you do not understand that, then say you don't understand that. But don't start bashing me as a result of what you don't understand, right? So again, when you're talking about black women being raised up by mothers and it makes them masculine, that doesn't make any sense. My mother is a woman who is feminine. Now, when you say, look at the music, we don't control our music and never have. White Jewish men control our music. So what you're seeing lyrically, it's not always written by the artist who performs it. So please, let's not go into music, because gangster rap wasn't an invention of black people. Okay, even calling us bees and that derogatory way that we're being portrayed, that was not initially done by black artists. That was done by the white producers who put that in those black men's music. Please stop it. The orchestrating of the black of music and the portrayal of black women has been since the the 1980s, 1970s. I want to say maybe 1970s have been orchestrated by the white man. Right? It has been orchestrated by those who control social media, and it has not been a primary source of representation for black women, because that's not all of us. We do not all act like that, right? What you see on social media. So, and the idea that again, that we are trying to we have no respect for male authority. For male authority is absurd. When you see us in relationships, do you know the relationships? Do you know it? What do you see? Where do you see? Or what do you see? Because I can give you relationships that are on TV where the white woman is a dominant person in that relationship. You know what I mean? You can see this can happen in any race. You know what I mean? So I don't know why we watch TV. We all have television stations. We see the way, for example, I'll use Dance Moms because it's, Dance Mom. If you look at Abby Lee Miller, right? Would you consider her a feminine woman? Would you consider the way if you do, then you would consider, if you consider her feminine, then how can you say that we are masculine? And then look at the mother, the black mother, Nia's mother, Hallie, I don't know what her name is, but Nia's mom. And you see the way Nia mom act, and you see the way the white women act on Dance Moms, and you see the way the black mother act on Dance Mom. You understand? Not every black woman acts the same. We see this even with Michelle Obama. She doesn't act like Sweet Georgia Brown. Sweet Georgia Brown doesn't act like Nia Long. Nia Long doesn't act like the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you even look at the Real Housewives of Atlanta, all those women are a plethora of different personalities. I mean, given Cynthia Bailey, being a kind of woman, is a very soft woman, very soft and feminine woman. She's forced against the wall to sometimes be a fighter because she has women who can be a bit more aggressive, but nonetheless, she's very much in her femininity. I did a video on this prior. Kandi Burruss, Portia, these women aren't exactly that masculine. They're very much feminine. I say the most assertive, and I don't like to say masculine, is NeNe Leakes. She is very much more sterner woman than most of them. And that's her own personality due to her own upbringing. This is not a get at anybody. I'm just using them as an example, right? To show the variety of personalities. None of those women on Real Housewives of Atlanta are the same exact women. So this idea that we're all the same is almost absurd. right? So, and in this idea that being raised without a father, there are plenty of women. I use J Vlogs, for instance. She is a YouTuber who is married with her husband. Both of them were raised without fathers, right? He's a good husband who's been married to her for years, you know. She's a good woman who's been married to her husband for years. And the list is endless of black families who, you know, they have great relationships. So this idea that being raised without a father is the reason for this, men not dating us or us being masculine or what is considered masculine is absurd. The truth of the matter is this divide was caused so that it exterminates the so-called black family structure. And this was a way to to put the nail right into the coffin and to bring it on home, is to now say, well, these are attractive women, people are going to be attracted to them, but what I can do is disenfranchise them by saying due to fatherlessness. Well, if that's the case, then this would happen to every woman. And as fatherlessness is a global thing, it is not just done to black women in America, right? We can go to any neck of the woods and find fatherlessness in white communities, even in your middle class and upper class white communities, where white men have left their families and went and had another family, and the child didn't necessarily grow up in a household with men. And this is whether it be black, whether it be white, Asians, Hispanics, Latinos, Africans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Hindu, Indian. This happens in every culture and every race of people and every nation of people, right? So this is not something that is just made for black folk. I know, contrary to belief, everyone likes to believe that black people are the only people who don't stay within a family structure, but it's a lie, right? It's a lie. And this idea that we as black women are so masculine is a lie. Are there some aggressive black women? Yes. You know, are there some? Yes, but you cannot make that all of us, right? It's not fair to put that on all of us. I cannot wear the shackles and chains of every black woman or the black women that you've met, because then then in the same breath, Myron said, I have met and dated very feminine, very docile and submissive or whatever black women, but culturally, okay, so you've met and dated them. I don't believe you've dated them at all, but I believe you've met them. You know that there's a plethora. So in that, how can that same woman you then say have no respect for authority? That's a lie. There's no proof in that we have an issue with male authority. You can't prove that. There's millions of black women in this world. What do you mean we have no respect for authority? The issues that we're having with our men is because they're not being authoritative, which means that some of our men, not all of them, but some, a great deal, many of our men are not doing their part. Stop coming over on my channel trolling me when you know that that's the truth. I am so tired of men or women or white men pretending to be black men, and some black men or other races, Hindu, Arabic, Asian men getting on our channels trying to troll us with ideas that are false. Okay, just to keep this perpetuated idea of black women not being submissive to keep us from procreating with each other, right? Because we know that these are word curses, and I rebuke them and return them to sender with holy fire in the name of Jesus Christ, because you're placing on us witchcraft. You're speaking over our lives, and that's not true. I am far from not a submissive woman. I'm a woman who can defend herself, yes. I submit to a man who is a leader, meaning he takes care, he leads me to God. Because when you're talking about leadership, I want a man that can lead me to Christ. He can lead me to Christ. He can lead me to Christ. He can navigate our family through financial struggles and difficulties that we are going to have. He knows how to lead. He knows how to lead our marriage to greener pastures where there's compromise and understanding. There's a mutual respect for one another and a love. So when you're talking about leaderships, the reason why, if you want to understand our community, then understand it and close your mouth. Because if you want to talk about the races of women, I would love for Myron to invite me on Fresh and Kick. I would happily go. And if you would like to, please send my video to him. I would greatly like to get on his channel and discuss with him everything that he thinks he knows about black women. But know this, if he decides to disrespect me, I will disrespect him back. I don't do for disrespect, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're male nor female. You don't get to disrespect me because I'm a woman. I'm not somebody you can kick. I'm somebody you can trample on. I will definitely greatly defend myself against him. You are crazy. And I don't care if it seems masculine. I'm not going to allow somebody to disrespect me to prove, since when did being feminine means that I take abuse? And if you cannot stand a woman who can assert herself and demand respect, then that's your own insecurity, inferiority complex, and that's what you need to deal with, but don't put that on me. This is Kendra with True Us TV. Stay up, stay blessed, put God first above all else. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Peace out. Bye.